successful debut album and several top 10 hits now on their resume, the boys from Simple Plan returned from a hard slog of touring and were ready to start work on their much-anticipated follow-up album.
My name is Sebastian, and we're here at Warehouse Studios in Vancouver finishing our record.
I think the first few weeks that we were writing, there's definitely we put a lot of pressure on ourselves because we wanted to, make sure that we wouldn't let all those fans down, and we would put something that was, that we would be extremely proud of. So we were writing, and nothing felt right, nothing felt good enough, you know what I mean? But at some point, we just kind of decided to okay, you know what, we can't freak out and we can't have all those rules. Let's just write songs, and whatever comes out, we'll chase and we'll go after it, and we'll, we'll make it a great Simple Plan song. And that's what we started doing. And we wrote Perfect World, which was I think the first song that actually that we all felt was decent and great. And from that moment on, it's just kind of all the songs started flowing, and it felt a lot better. But it's always, I don't know,
I live in a permanent writer's block. You just gotta fight it. You just gotta keep going until something comes out. But it doesn't. When it comes to songwriting, I don't think anything comes really easy. If it comes too easy, then it's usually not that good. In our case.
Simple Plan's second album was recorded in Vancouver, Canada, and signalled a bit of a change in the band's sound.
The new record is kind of a step forward lyrically. It's more mature and just to the next level. I think we did a better job with lyrics and songwriting as well.
There's some songs that are quite different on the record from anything that we've been doing.
There's a song that's just, piano, violins, but there's also, heavy songs with lots of guitars and fast drum beats, and there's songs that are just, feel-good songs. There's a lot of different kind of songs on this record, and it's really cool. It gives it a lot of different moods, compared to the first record.
We wanted to push ourselves in terms of all the lyrics on the album, really wanted to sort of, obviously, keep a similar vibe to the first album, which is really being really personal, but also kind of
taking it to the next level. All of the songs that were written in the last record were written almost 5 years ago, so we're definitely in a different place now, and I think we've grown a lot as people and as musicians and as artists.
There's also a song called Untitled, which I feel is really probably the most touching thing we ever wrote. It's kind of about being at the end of a rope to kind of being, feeling sad and being at the sort of at the end of the line, and kind of, I don't know, I think it's it's weird because it's probably the softest song we ever wrote. There's no drum, there's no big choruses or whatever, but it's probably my favorite. So.
How could this happen to me? I made my mistakes, got nowhere to run.
Along with Untitled, the album also featured the top 10 singles Welcome to My Life and Shut Up. But despite this success, the band came under fire once again, this time for their confusing lyrics that even had Channel V forum members up in arms. They argue Simple Plan are successful, have fans, tour the world. What do they have to complain about?
Well, that's the biggest misconception is to think that because you have a video on MTV or V Channel or you're successful, everything is fine. We work harder than we used to. We're never home. We spend, about 99% of our time living out of a suitcase. You lose relationships, you lose friends. We've all had girlfriends that we've pretty much broken up with. Some of them are still together, but I think life is hard no matter what you do. The richest people on earth have probably the worst problems on earth. Puff Daddy said it so right: more money, more problems. You know what I'm saying? But we don't even have that much money anyways. But it's I think that, people will always have issues, and us for the same way for us. And it's not complaining about our situation necessarily regarding the band, but, we have a lot of, other things going on in our life beside the band.
It seems very weird to me that because, you have a career or whatever, you have to write about your career. It's hip-hop, rappers do that, but I just think it's to me, there's so much more to the human experience than just, what you do for a living. You know what I mean? So, I don't know, I think we try to write songs that, that means something to us and hopefully something to the rest of the world,
Also, so it could be, stuff that we don't write about can be about, a journey of, in the past or something, not necessarily about what's going on right now. And also,
or people around us.
Yeah, one of the songs, Welcome to My Life, is about a lot of our fans, a lot of stories that we heard from them. So it's it's not necessarily about what's going on in our lives right now when we're on tour with Green Day, you know what I mean?
People got to realize your professional life, your money, whatever it is, it's just an area of your life. There's so much more, to it too. We have personal lives, and they're not necessarily, as they were saying, fabulous,
So shut up, shut up, shut up, come on and hear it, get up, get up, get up.
Simple Plan have always been known for their energetic live shows, something they wanted to incorporate into the album's sound.
I'm really happy about it because for the first time, we could actually play our instruments.
I believe that I have learned a fourth chord this time around, so I can play 4 chords, and sometimes even, I think it was a mistake though, but there's a 5th chord in one song, so that's pretty cool that we got to that point.
It's a record that sounds closer to what we are like live.
And we wanted to capture that energy on the record. I think Bob did a really good job at capturing the energy that Simple Plan has live.
Entitled Still Not Getting Any, the band enlisted legendary producer Bob Rock, who was famous for working with bands such as Metallica, Bon Jovi, Aerosmith and Motley Crue to produce the album.
We kind of always wanted to work with him, you know, to start with. We've always seen him as being kind of an icon and someone that we always looked at, you know, as in like guitar sounds and drum sounds, what we're looking to achieve.
Reference.
Yeah, reference. It always like, you know, wish we could sound like a Bob Rock record. And when, you know, when we made a list of who we wanted to work with for the second album, and he was, you know, way up there. And our management gave him a call, and he was actually kind of interested in what we were doing, and he wanted to find out if we wanted to work with him as well. So it worked out really well. Got on the phone with him and had some great conversations. Seemed like a really cool guy. So we decided to go with him. He came out of Montreal, and, you know, after 2 days of being with him, we became like really good friends. And I think he's probably the guy for us. He's our soulmate when it comes to, you know,
Producing.
musical relationships.
He's our George Martin.
Still Not Getting Any was released in 2004 and after just 4 months had already sold more than 1 million copies worldwide. The album made a huge splash on the international charts, reaching the top 10 in the US, Canada, Japan and Australia. So with all this success, surely they're getting some by now.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, they're all a little too young.
My friend here is getting some.
The thing is, the title was supposed to be a joke, but it still is a joke. But it's like we, on the first record especially, never really got good reviews anywhere. You know, I mean, especially in America and Canada, it's always been like we're the band who we have, you know, heaps of fans, as you would say. But we've always had, you know, kind of the band that the critics like love to hate. You know, so it's like still not getting any good reviews. But then you're supposed to think it's about still not getting any girls, but that's not true.
Heaps of girls. No, but we're just kidding. We're just having, you know, we're about having a good time, man. And this whole, like, even the artwork of the album, you know, it's kind of like a lot of bands just take their image so seriously. We just wanted to play with it, you know.
It was either that or Simple Plan Evolution.
Yeah. It's just a fun cover to look at. It's a funny title in the same vein of No Pads, No Helmets, Just Balls. You know?
Don't take it too seriously. And don't take yourself too seriously either. Because you're not that serious.
Yourself.
Before you wreck yourself.
Still to come when we hang out with Simple Plan, the guys let us in on life on the road and explain why they won't be on Sum 41's Christmas card list.
Hey, what's up? I'm Chuck.
I'm Pierre.
Hi, I'm Jeff.
Hi, I'm David.
I'm Sebastian, and we are Simple Plan.
Keep hanging right here with us on Channel V.
Booyakash.